Hello everyone, I am Jovin. I am a really enthusiastic Tainted Lazarus player, and today I have a sort of a tier list. I'm going to order a few items that in a tier list that I think is either better compared to like the average character or worse. Some items like like R-Key and Brimstone, they're good for everyone. Like it's not really anything special for Tainted Lazarus, so I'm not really going to talk about any of these items right here. Because I don't think they really change much based on if you're Tainted Lazarus or not. But these items, I do think so, and I'm going to list them here and tell you the reasoning. And hopefully you will learn a thing or two about Tainted Lazarus in the process. So let's begin. So the first few set of items is just stat ups, and I choose these because some, at least in the beginning of the run, some stats are a lot more important for Tainted Lazarus than it is for other characters, which is damage and range for Alive Lazarus, and both of them they kind of need speed. Like it's pretty rare to have really good speed for both of them at the end of a run, at least compared to other characters. It's just you don't really find that many speed ups, and like you need to build up speed for both of them. It's just hard to find speed. So speed is just really good. So something like Void Rage, you get range and speed. It's kind of awesome to see this. And same for damage and range, and this is damage and range as well, I think. Is it Synth Oil? Yeah. So that's why I put them. I'm gonna put them in slightly better because they're still, they're still pretty good for everyone else. Next up is items where you can better manage your flip. So battery items. We got D7. You can use this and get more charges. The battery obviously, sharp plug, and have it. I'm gonna put these two down here. But yeah, managing flip and using it optimally is like the big thing you need to think about when playing Tainted Lazarus, and these items just really help with that. So I've got these as well. Yeah, they're good too. And yeah, I don't think there's much more else to explain. It's just good to have battery items. Next up is items that reveal some part of the map. It just makes it much easier to plan your route for the floor, so that later in the floor, if you want to get more charge, if you want to maybe just flip character without actually using flip, you can just like at the start of the floor you can see like, oh, this is a dead end, this is not going to lead to a special room, so I'm just going to go to that room. And then later in the floor, if you want to get more charges or flip, then you can go and clear that room later. So these are all really good. Compass, I forgot the name, but the Mind, Treasure Map, all of them are good. Next up, this is a pretty advanced tech, but usually early on in a floor you're probably going to already have flip at full charge. So sometimes it can be nice to just skip a room and then like go to the treasure room or whatever, use flip, and then you can come back and clear that room and you just get more charge compared to if you had cleared that room before you just flip. So how you do that is normally with bomb items. There are some others like this one. It's called Mercurius. Yeah, Mercurius. Mercurius just lets you go through a lot of rooms without clearing them. And we got Pyro. If you have a lot of bombs, you might as well. Number 2 and sulfuric acid. You just get to go through rooms without clearing them, and it's kind of awesome. So next up is basically all the 2 charge items that are much better on Tainted Lazarus, just because, well, I mean, you get 2 charges between the fights, so you basically get to use them every time you become that form of Tainted Lazarus. We got Mr. Boom and the tampon and all these 2 charge items, I think, are much better. Or maybe not all of them. Let's see. I mean, this is not a 2 charge item, but I mean, tampon is not that good. It's slightly better, but not that much better. But all of this, I mean, bombs. I'll put them here actually. It's hard to decide, but you know, telepathy for dummies is like a classic example. You get more range, it's good for a live Lazarus. He has no range at the start. Gets homing every single time. It's just good. For compost, you can much more easily like snowball the amount of flies, and makes it much better. So next up are a few health items. Oh, I forgot about the 9 volt. This one also goes in. This one also goes in slightly better, like the other battery items. So next up are some health items that I think are easier to play around for Tainted Lazarus. So Vampire Charm and the Leech, it's easier to like use them for healing, not only because you like health at this character, and I personally often go with a lot of red heart build and like stuff like that. I build like that for a live Lazarus, and it's easier to utilize the healing because if you find a soul heart or something, you can put it on the other guy. Obviously you can't do this all the time because you want your deal chance to not be screwed up, but it's still easier to play around the healing for Tainted Lazarus, and the same is the reason for Yamheart and Bloodbag. It's really good for speed up and health up, and I just put it here. I mean, this is just good for all characters, but I'm putting it here anyway. Next up is Small Rock. I think it's slightly worse. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a good item, but speed down is really tough to, you know, to come back from. Like building up speed, it's already hard to build up good speed for both of the characters, and you get this speed down as well. It's just so hard to actually get a proper speed for like basically the whole run. So yeah, I think it's slightly worse. Oh, and I also forgot to put the Dead Sea Scrolls here. Next up, Humble Bundle is also slightly worse. You can't, this is not active all the time. And it's hard to, you know, enter all the rooms with good pickups with the character that holds Humble Bundle. It's just not possible. So yeah, it's just worse value. And now Goathead, it's slightly better. This makes Devil Deal so much better, and not just because of the 100% chance. Like being able to leave the Devil Room and guarantee that it stays there, you can enter it again. It's really huge for Tainted Lazarus. It's like especially for Devil Deals. It's so much easier to get Guppy, get the items you want on the build that you want on the proper character. if you get Devil Deal without flip charge, it's fine. You can just leave the room, get some charge, and enter the Devil Room again. It's just really good. It's already broken for other characters, but it's even more broken. Next up is Little Baggy. I'm gonna put it in this tier. This tier basically means like it's still a bad item, but it's not as bad for Tainted Lazarus, because you can still find cards with this, and you can, if you don't like the card, you can just transform it into a pill. If you pick it up later as a character who has Little Baggy, it will transform into a pill. So it has some use. Next up is the D4. I mean, I haven't really experimented that much with this as Tainted Lazarus, but I mean, in theory, you can put a lot of good items on one guy, put a lot of bad items on one guy, and then you only reroll the bad items. So that's a potential thing that I think makes D4 slightly better. Kind of the same for Libra. You can put a lot of, like, if you want a lot of damage, you put it on the guy without Libra, and then like a range up or something, or shot speed up. Wait, I don't even know if Libra actually counts shot speed. Let me see this real quick. No, okay, never mind. It doesn't affect shot speed, but still, like, if you put a bunch of range up and stuff on the guy with Libra, and then, you know, save all the damage for the other guy, yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty strong. I think Ludovico is also slightly better because this heavily depends on having a good shot speed. But if you find like Eve's Mascara or something, and you have Ludovico, like, you can just put it on the other guy that doesn't have Ludovico. It's not a big deal, and it's easier to just get a lot of shot speed because you see more items in general. And if you just stack all the shot speed up on one guy, you can pretty easily make Ludovico work. Lazarus Rags, it's slightly worse just because you don't respawn as Lazarus, you respawn as Tainted Lazarus. And like, I mean, that's pretty bad. I think Lazarus is probably the better character, so you probably rather want to play as him. I guess it kind of depends. Sometimes you just have really good builds with both of them in the late game, and just having half the items wouldn't really be good. But most of the time, you would rather play as Lazarus, so it becomes slightly worse. Next up is Diplopia. It's slightly better. It is pretty good if you find a run winning item. Great, you can have it on both characters and actually have it all the time. That's pretty epic. I don't think it's that much better though. Like, I mean, it's already a good item for everyone else. I don't think it changes that much. Wooden Nickel is slightly worse because it's one charge. You kind of want to spam this thing. And it just has a lot less utility for Tainted Lazarus because you're kind of using it half of the time. So you get even less coins that it already grants, which is kind of like it's kind of bad already, and it's even worse now. Pokeball, I forgot to add this with the 2 charges. And the friendly enemies stay between forms, I'm pretty sure. I mean, charmed enemies and such usually do that, so I don't see why it wouldn't do it with friendly ball. I don't think it does. So that's good, like, you get to benefit it for both characters. GB Bug is also slightly worse just because you can't proc it as much. It's only like half the time as usual, so it's slightly worse. Here comes a set of items that kind of depend on managing your health in a certain way, and it is easier as Tainted Lazarus to manage specifically how many hearts or stuff like that, like the empty vessel. Dark Prince Crown especially, I'm gonna put it in much better. Like, it's so easy to just keep one red health as usually dead Lazarus. And you don't really have to worry about picking up more hearts or whatever. You can just do it on alive Lazarus and that's fine, and you still get value from both. It's really good actually. Empty heart as well, you can more easily manipulate this stuff and like choose who actually utilizes this well. Same with adrenaline. So it's just these are all better. I think potato peeler, like you get a lot. Since you see more items, you also get more HP ups in general, and I think it's just easier to get runs where potato peeler has a lot of value. Like you can use it 4 times and it just works. Same with compound fracture, I think it's called this. Yeah, I am thinking about the right item, but it's called brittle bones. Anyway, yeah, like if you have a lot of red hearts you don't want to lose, yeah, you just put it on the other character and get 3 bone hearts. Pretty epic. Glass shard. This one is also slightly better. Like, the risky thing about glass shard is if you don't have any red hearts in the floor, you can sometimes just bleed out and be at half a heart or something, and that's not good. But every time you change form, you kind of like reset the bleeding, so that's really an issue with Tainted Lazarus. You just get all the benefits of like the extra damage when you get hit, and the increase of red hearts when you take damage, stuff like that. It's a really good item, and it's even better with Tainted Lazarus because it's not as risky. Here's something that's much worse. So like the gambling still works with this, don't get me wrong, but the main use of Crooked Penny is that you want to use it on like an angel deal or something, where you take an item and then you use Crooked Penny and have a 50-50 chance of just like spawning all the other items in the angel room for free, basically, because there's no downside anymore, because they would all despawn anyway. But if you take an item and then use Crooked Penny immediately after, like right after picking an item up in a choice pedestal room, more specifically, then this can grant a lot of value. But for Tainted Lazarus, like, it is still risky because you can just lose the shadow item in the by using, you know, the one that you get by using flip. So it's still risky in like basically every scenario, except except in like shops where you wouldn't really buy something anyway because you couldn't afford it. But yeah, it kind of uses it kind of loses that utility, which makes it much worse in my opinion. Eden's Blessing is slightly better just because of the 2 item slots you have. It's just it's much more common to find situations where Eden's Blessing makes sense to pick up and it's actually worth it. Now we got Soul. What's this one do again? Why did I put this here? Oh yeah, this one reveals the boss rooms. It's basically among all these other map revealing items. Basically the same thing. That's why I'm putting Soul here. Eternal D6, so this one's basically really good with flip. If you use Eternal D6 on like a devil room or a shop, and then it fails, so it removes the item. It doesn't actually remove the pedestal. And then when you use flip to get the shadowed item, it's all of a sudden it becomes free. Like if you use it in a devil deal and lose the item and then use flip, it's going to be free. That's just how it works. It's much better actually. It's crazy good. Lost Soul slightly better just because you don't have to deal with it half. You just have to deal with it half the time. it's easier to keep it alive. Genesis, slightly better because you get infinite flip charges in the Genesis room. It's really easy to just build the builds that you want. That's what I'm saying. You get a lot of items, it's just, and you can flip freely, it's so good. Red Stew, this one's slightly better because you can still min-max and take your time, but as long as you're using your time on the character that doesn't have Red Stew, you're not gonna like waste it. It's not going to tick down the timer and slowly become, you know, used up. And here we got the reason you don't want to pick up Eden's Blessing, the reason you don't want to pick blind items in the shop. 4.5 volt. This thing basically, I mean, it just basically makes it so your flip charges less than half of the speed that it usually does, and the character that has 4.5 volt basically can't use their active item anymore, because otherwise, you know, it's going to start charging the active instead of flip. And like when the other character doesn't have 4.5 volt clears a room, it won't charge flip. It's just crazy bad. It's really bad. You get like one flip per floor. It's crazy. Yeah. Can really screw up a run. Next up is False PhD. It's slightly better because sometimes, I mean, sometimes you really do want the good effect. And then you just have a lot of choices between the characters. Like, you don't always have False PhD active. It's just more choices. It's just slightly better. Next up, we have a few set of items that are better because they're not active all the time. So let's go with Chaos first. This one is like mega broken. So good. Because, I mean, the main weakness with Chaos is you go to the Devil Deal and it's like, it sucks. Go to Angel Deal, it sucks. But with Tainted Lazarus, all you have to do is enter the Devil Room or the Angel Room as the character that doesn't have Chaos. Now, this doesn't work with Birthright, but if you don't have Birthright, that is. And Birthright sucks, by the way, but yeah, Chaos is really good. Just get the best of both worlds. Your shops are good, your angel rooms are still good, your treasure rooms are still good, everything is just good. It's broken. And this is also the reason why what's it called, Pound of Flesh and Team Trainer aren't as bad. They're still bad, I think, but they can have at least the Pound of Flesh can sometimes be useful, I think. Because like you can choose if you want your shops or your devil deals to have coins or not. To cost coins more specifically. It's pretty good actually. But I mean, not that good. And Team Trainer, that's a big one. Like if you know Eden streaking, you know this is like incredibly bad to have. Like when you have Team Trainer, every other item you pick up for the rest of the run has a pretty reasonable risk of just ending your run right there. I'm not gonna say reasonably, it just has a high enough risk where it becomes like scary. So for streaking specifically, yeah, I forgot to mention this earlier, but this list is for streaking specifically, streaking Tainted Lazarus. But anyway, Team Trainer is by far the worst item if you want to streak, because it's so risky. But as Tainted Lazarus, just like Chaos, you can choose when it's active, so you just go into the treasure room, go into the shop, go into the angel room without Team Trainer active, you should be fine. It's not that big of a deal. Redemption is up next. I think it's kind of bugged, but it's a good bug. It makes the character better. So basically, if you enter a devil room as redemption, doesn't matter who has redemption, but just if one of them have redemption, then you just flip inside the devil room. Both of them will have like their own unique crosses above their head. Both of them have, will have redemption active, and if one of them takes a devil deal, the other's redemption will still be active. Now you do have to leave the floor with the guy who has redemption active, and you can't get the bonus for both characters. You can only get it for one character, the one that you left the floor with, but it's still really good. Like, you can take devil deals and still proc redemption just by flipping inside the devil drill. Lastly is chaos. No, it's not chaos. It's called, what's it called? Yeah, it's called echo chamber. I forgot it. But yeah, if you want to use a card, or if you want to like identify a pill or something, and you're scared of having to proc it 3 more times, you can just use it on the character that doesn't have echo chamber. So it's a lot less risky in that sense. You can identify pills and stuff like that. So yeah, that's why it's slightly better. And that's it. This is the whole list. Let me know in the comments if you agree or disagree with anything, if you put another item somewhere in this list, why. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little tier list video, and I will see you later.